Today's Movie Coaster Contest experience is Avatar: The Four Nations, created by AKA Superman. Avatar: The Last Airbender, known as Avatar: The Legend of Aang in some regions, is an American animated television series produced by Nickelodeon Animated Series. Avatar is set in a world which certain people can manipulate one of four elements: water, earth, fire, or air, with telekinetic variants of Chinese martial arts known as bending. All right, if you're a fan of Avatar, this coaster is going to be for you, so stay tuned and let's get right on into it. Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight Movie Coaster Contest Edition. Today we're looking at Avatar and the Four Nations, created by AKA Superman, and here they say, water, earth, fire, air. These are the four nations of our world, who are enjoying an era of peace and harmony with each other. As the Avatar, you must master the four elements in order to maintain that peace for generations to come. Surf the snowy tundra of the Northern Water Tribe, tunnel through the rocky terrain surrounding the Ba Sing Se, explode through the volcanic mountain of the Fire Nation capital, and swoop through the skies of the Northern Air Temple. Your powers will progress the farther you travel, thus summon you into the fully realized Avatar. I really hope you enjoy my creation. It took a week off work to make sure I could really finish in time, well, that and spend some time with the wife and kids, but I digress. Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my favorite shows of all time. We won't speak of the disgrace of the movie, and I'm really surprised there hasn't been more Planko love for it at this point. I hope I did it justice. Big shout out to the Smiling Grandma, who was the first and last to do it a long time ago as one of her first builds as Angelier for TMTK items used. The coaster really turned out almost as a mini park action coaster contest entrant, featuring 4 themed areas, multiple shops, a flat ride, nighttime lighting for web searcher who's been MIA, and plenty of ambient music and sound. The coaster itself is over 5,000 meters in length and has over 20 inversions. Each nation will have a completely different ride feel and personally distinct to the elements it represents. There are some small Easter eggs for those familiar with the show may recognize, but don't feel compelled to track them all down. Good luck to the rest of the expert contestants. I hope to see everyone in the master bracket next time around. Thanks to Johnny and or Zell for the feature, Zell for tips along the way, Smiling Grandma and Angelaire for the inspiration, and the rest of the community for healthy competition. I sincerely hope you enjoy Avatar, the ride, as much as I do. Boom. Wow, quite a hefty introduction there. As you guys can probably see from the queue, there has been plenty to look at, so let's dive right on into it now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the coaster station with Avatar: The Launch Torque coaster. Green across the board, but your ride may exceed G4 limits. How did you manage to pull that off? The G-forces don't seem that extreme to me, but there are indeed 20 inversions and 6 airtime counts. This is absolutely extreme. This should be a ton of fun. The Battle of Coasterland is the audio track. We're gonna fast forward. I think we're gonna go track view. I don't know, remember, there was a long introduction, but I don't remember them saying anything about the seat view. I think track view should work just fine. So let's, ooh, look at the camera effects here. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Let's go on an Avatar experience. freaking wee. Absolutely sensational. Good googly moogly, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Avatar, the Four Nations. My goodness gracious. I gotta say, I have seen a lot of elemental or element style coasters and parks throughout the years, and this has to be the best rendition of all four elements that I have ever seen. Not only did you depict them all perfectly in their own way, you enhanced them with the camera settings. We had a contrast for fire with the darker darks and the whiter whites. We had a graying for the earth and a bluish hue added in for water, and then a saturation camera for wind, and then the animatronics on top of it all. We had splashing water. Over here we had boulders and booby traps and spikes and different moving wall pieces in the terrain. Fire, there was just a ton of fire. And not to mention all of that, well done. A beautiful coaster layout with over 20 inversions. One of the best coaster experiences overall in the entire contest, I would say, considering it was a solid coaster track for over 5,000 meters. A very fun layout. And then, if there wasn't enough, we have the four different elements turned into almost mini parks of their own with just gorgeous theming and a flat ride to top it off at the end of each one. And then we have the drop tower for the volcano. Over here we have the Sky Temple Tower for air. And we have the bumper carts for ice, sliding around the ice, bumping into each other. And for earth, we have the tumbler. Look at that, the Gears of Fear. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. I couldn't see any room to improve this in terms of elements and all that. You've done it the best, better than anyone else. It's remarkable. And in terms of movie, while it may not have told the story or had, you know, the audio stuff, the narration and things like we've seen in other movie or series submissions so far, it definitely told the story of the series with the four elements, the four nations. We definitely visited all four nations with all four elements, and that is something that occurs in the Avatar series itself. So lore-wise, world-wise, you've adapted it all to the movie and created an experience out of it. So, I mean, it is the complete package. I do think maybe if there's one critique or thing that might edge you out is the fact that other people had a narrated story, a beginning, middle, and end, along with all the lore and the atmosphere that we've seen in previous submissions. I just don't know how you would incorporate that here, as it's a seasonal thing and every episode is a little bit different. Every episode has a different threat, and you know, it just seems kind of hard to make nations battle each other and put some narration into it, nor do I think it's that necessary. So in my opinion, you did it just right. You approached it in the right way, and you came out with the right product at the end of the day. So I'm particularly satisfied with my journey through the Avatar Four Nations personally, but at the end of the day, it is up to you guys who are voting. What did you guys think of this creation by AKA Superman? Do you think it was just right? Was the coaster experience fun? Did you love the elemental effects? I personally did. Love to read your comments, so fire away down below for both me and the creator so we can read away. And that's pretty much going to do it for me in today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next submission. Bye now.